man, this we got stepped on shit. We got out here, get these fiends agitated. Yeah, man, this we got stepped on shit. We got out here, get these fiends agitated. Yeah, man, this we got stepped on shit. We got out here, get these fiends agitated.
Much respect to everybody. I hope my microphone's working. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta go ahead and click on IG. I forgot to do that. So it's all goodness. Are you serious right now? Oh my goodness gracious, bro. All right, y'all. 1 second. Let me go ahead and do this. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got another one for you. So yes, as it says on the title, where did all the women go? I wonder what that means. What does it mean to you? All right, so let me do this right here real quick. Matter of fact, yeah, Nancy's off on the weekend, so I got to hit the thing myself. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, now. Let me go here real quick and do this. Don't tell me I gotta. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure. Oh, shoot. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. That's where he said. It's like running bad. My allergies have been messing with me. That's why I'm not cammed up right now. Trying to get my nose in order, so don't mind me, y'all. Man, I've had like allergies that's like starting early or something, and I haven't had allergies in forever in a day. So let's go ahead and do the show. My bad for taking a second. I was out, just doing stuff. I was out. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm talking on mute. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and pull this video up ASAP because I'm already running late. So let's just go ahead and get to it. Let me go to history. All right, cool beans. Now let me do this right here. Bow. So I personally found this to be an extremely interesting discussion. To me, this was really dope. I like the exchanges. Yes, I like the exchanges, the back and forths. This entire video was definitely, in my opinion, A1. And the topic itself is something that not even myself, I never thought to ask that question. Just didn't. I guess that's not something I see. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to it. Oh, shoot. Hold on. There we go. So let me pull this up. So right here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Bow. Okay, so this video right here, as you can see on the title, What Happened to Women? All right. So let's go ahead and get this going.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? You give me your perspective.
Oh, yeah, I have one.
Do you feel as if the men, all men, I'm not going to give it to black and white, but let's just say all men for now.
Let's talk black men. I don't, for me, like, even with my chore, what I'm doing, right? Like, by this time next year, I'm giving out reparations. I'm doing a lot in my community, right? And for black people. I don't care, but I'm talking about black people. My whole message point is for us. Now, when you talk about slavery, right? We talk about systemic racism. We talk about the Willie Lynch letter, right? We talk about, the black man is God, right? We talk about, the greatest soldier in a white man's army being a black woman and the black woman being the pawn. And then they figured out early on through slavery that because they were killing us, right? But they figured out if we get the black woman, or we get the whole joint. Mm-hmm. Okay? So,
you know why? Go ahead. I want you to explain why, because I think it needs.
But I get to that, but I want to finish the messaging point, right? I like to keep it cohesive for myself. I might forget a lot of information in here. So, what they did was they made the black woman hyper masculine, right? And they made you and me, we're studs. We're gonna be in the field. We're handy, right? And I think
I'm going to take a guess. My guess is, all right, I think I'm okay now. My guess is, I think she's referring to when she said, do you know why? I haven't seen this raw reaction. I believe possibly she's going to something around like, the woman's contribution. Let's just put it like that. Let's go ahead and keep on going. I had to make sure I pause this and don't mess with my life.
And I'm trying to connect it all because he made a valid point, right? The government empowered black women to strategically move the position of power from the black man.
Remove the power from the black man.
Right?
Yeah.
So now the black woman in that instance becomes drunk off this power, and then she has a disdain for the black man, and then it becomes perpetuated over generations. So with slavery, what they did was they take us, they call it buck break.
He is wording it well. I give him that. He is wording it well. The way he is breaking it down in sequence, but let's keep on going and let's just listen.
They're gangbangers, rapists, cut our balls off in front of the black woman. And then before they kill the black man, they'll make the black, after they did him dusty, they'll beat him within an inch of his life and then unchain him and then rape and do that to the woman. And then the woman is looking at the man like, come save me. But mentally he's dead. He doesn't even have no fight in him. So now she doesn't even have no respect for you. You fast forward to this generation, black women don't respect black men at all. And when you understand that, and it's a lot. So
Don't worry, I got you, Brody. You just forgot to say it. Some black women don't respect black men. There are plentiful of our sisters who absolutely adore us, and they absolutely do respect us. Let's keep going.
I'm trying to make it like simple, right? Because a lot of people, they respond emotionally and not intellectually. And there's no empathy for black men. There's no sympathy for black men. You don't even love black men. You don't even know who we are. You don't give a fuck about us. Pay my bills, eat my ass. And that's it. Okay. So it's important.
Now, I would personally say there is a trend in the air with the level of respect, that's gone down for us. I will say that. Now, salute. Respect to you, my G. What's going on? All right. I appreciate you stopping by. Much respect. If you want to, if you have anything you want to say, hold on. Boom. Respect to the soldier in the building. There you go. In case you want to come up, my brother. All are welcome here. So I do believe that there is some validity to that, because the fact is, once you have been, at the fullest extent humiliated, I don't mean you just tripped and failed in public. Oops. I mean, like, you had your pants pulled down and your ass showing. That right there. Let me hit this music. Hold on. I think I just got a feeling. Hold on. Let me hit this a little bit just to make sure I'm not being muffled out. Wow. Here we go. Yeah, I do believe that there is some validity to what he's saying. I don't know the extent or degree to it. I'm not a history major, but yeah, most definitely there is some validity to that, as far as us being basically societal wise castrated and even physically. So over time, I can see why some women would say, I'm divested, I'm going here, over there with the, where it's better, I guess, in their mind, right? That's all. It's not my fault. It's just I can see how a person can wound up thinking that with what he just broke down. Let's go.
And that black men understand what was done to us and why it was done to us. It's also important that black women understand their position in systematic racism and how they're being utilized to destroy their whole family and their whole community and whole generation. Okay. Now, a black man's role is to be the protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer, and leader. I'm a man,
Producer.
Protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer.
Producer.
You have your opinion, I have mine.
Right. I'm just giving it. And producer.
Right. I got you. You have what you want to put in, right? And so I'm saying protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer. Right? Protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer. A woman's role is wisdom and balance. Okay? Now, the black man gets his provision. He gets his provision. Right?
Cues of body language. She has totally shut out everything he's saying. I don't know what in particular he said, but I can read body language. Yeah, she's totally turned off. She waiting to speak. She trying to air something out. Let's go. Oh, and the time right now is 9:21 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Thank you all for tuning in.
From God. And what happens is there's a vibration. It's a lot, so I'm trying to make it simple, right? So how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So when you're around an alpha and you're around and you in that frequency, right? If
alpha what?
Man.
I would laugh, but I'm not. The thing about it is, everybody has a different definition of that. So the thing about it is, words used to have meaning until we destroyed it, until we killed it. The fact is that if you ask, just try it randomly. Just ask 3 men. Don't tell them what you're doing. Just ask 3 men, and be like, "What's an alpha? What's an alpha man like to you? What's the no? Don't say to you. Ask them, what is the definition of an alpha man?" I absolutely guarantee you're going to get 3 different answers. That's a problem. Everything is not about what you feel it is. Some things are what it is. Let's go.
Right? And that energy, that frequency, right? It can throw some shit off.
Yeah.
Because you're conditioned not to even be around that shit. And then you become sensitized, not desensitized. You're very sensitive to that energy, and then now you don't know how to read that energy. You think he's narcissistic. You think, no, he's where he needs to be to take his place. So I feel like black men need to disregard how black women feel about our masculinity and be more self-contained. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need your money. I don't need none of that. I'm not sleeping on your couch.
Yeah, he lost me there. Yeah, he just lost me. The fact is this, right? We do need our sisters. Any civilization that has thrived, that has flourished, the men and women work together. They work together. You know, it wasn't a whole bunch of trying to make everything separate. You know, that's something I would never say. I said it the other day and I repeat it again. My sisters, I do need you. And I don't mean like money wise and things and a place to stay. No, I need you as far as part of the community. What you have to offer. You all have so much to offer, and I'll never diminish that. Let's go. And also remember, we do as well. We both equally have a whole lot to offer, but in different categories and areas of life, which is very much needed on your end as well as ours. But yeah, he tripping. He a little over the top. He over the top.
Don't give me no keys. I'm gonna get my own. I'm gonna go to God. And when you don't want to fit my program, bye. Go.
Thank you.
You're not needed. You're dangerous. I don't want to bear seed with you. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't want to be your friend. I'm staying away from you. And there's a lot of black women that get it, and they love the masculinity that we project. Black men, we project energy. Women receive.
You know, the thing about it is, a lot of guys get masculinity all mixed up. A lot of dudes be thinking masculinity means being extra aggressive and abrasive. You gotta like really put your hoot on them. No. Masculinity is about wisdom, discernment. Masculinity is about knowing when to calm your energy down. You're not talking to a man. I know you're speaking on the show, but you really are looking at that woman speaking to her. You're talking to one of the sisters. So my point is, that's something that I had to learn as a dad with my daughter. I can't talk any kind of way because what happens is she'll shut down. So if I want to get the message across, what I have to do is I have to not change. You don't change yourself. You just simply adjust and adapt for that moment to get what you need to get done. It's that simple. So when we talking about masculinity is also responsibility. Masculinity is accountability. Masculinity is knowing time and place and how to read a room. You see? That's really masculinity. And a few other things, but let's get back to the video.
Energy. You see? So now, for the black women who are confused, right? A woman has to lead with 3 phases of love. The first phase of love is informative, right? So she's informing that black man of who he is. She's informing that black man that, yo, look, you get your provision. You're going to be the provider. You're going to be the head of this household. Even if she's Oprah and he's broke, she's going to uplift him through the information. That's the first phase. The second phase is unconditional love. Unconditional. She's loving and she's loving, she's loving, she's loving. Then the last phase of love is tough love, accountability. The problem is a lot of our women are conditioned to lead with the accountability first, and they don't set the table with informative love and unconditional love. See,
This comes off as disrespect and combative
all the time.
Yeah.
But again, this is why black men need to be in tune with self. And when that woman is argumentative and she want to talk and every 5 minutes she want to get a word in and she just can't shut the fuck up, let her go. Don't beat on her. Don't catch no cases. Let her go. Literally let her go.
Yeah.
And you vet her with your frequency. You vet her with your vibration. I walk in some rooms and I get around certain black women and I start talking. They can't stand me. Good.
Goodbye.
Good. Bye.
See, the thing is though, brother. All right, so one, I'm very wary about people that go around reading the script. Everything he's saying, I mean, you can hear it. It's line for line. It's what's been embedded to him as far as narrative wise. Now, we all got a narrative, right? Don't we? But the thing about it is your narrative your narrative? Like what you speak, is that what your thoughts are? And it's okay if your thoughts align and coincide with other people. That's how you find your tribe, right? Well, that's how you find them. But honestly speaking, you saying that most people don't like him, bruh. I mean, honestly, from the display, I don't know his name. I've never seen him before in respect to the black man, but I see why. The thing about it is, especially when you're around women, you gotta not be so abrasive, bruh. Now, if he was like, you know what I'm saying, chilling at the park or something with the homies, yeah, bro, talk like that all you want. We don't care. You got to know how to adapt and adjust when you're speaking around women, especially when you're looking at the woman right there, sitting that close. And it's like, bro, you're basically kind of yelling. So no matter how much or a lot of what you said, I heard you. But I also heard the frequencies and the frequency pattern was off. So thus the message didn't get through, because when it came out distorted. That's all. It's not about you said something wrong. It's just the message was distorted because of your frequency / energy. That's also a part of masculinity. Let's go.
Why is that they can't stand you?
Because I just told you, a lot of black women are not used to a black man that has confidence. A lot of black women are not used to a black man who...
Wait. I just want to clarify. You saying that black women can't stand you because of your confidence?
1,000,000%. A lot of them.
I think it's
because hold on, because I'm a nigga. I'm a op. I'm a blood. I'm a fuck boy.
Wait,
I'm a trick.
Who are saying these things?
We're saying what I'm. You got to understand this for the camera. I got you, but I'm saying it right. So you maybe you understand later, maybe you won't. It's okay.
He knows what he wants to say. Somewhere along the line, he stopped growing in the communications field. That's all. He knows what he wants to say. He knows how he wants to say it. It's just the way he's coming across. I mean, the fellas might hear. I hear him because I'm a man, but I promise you, most women are tuning him out right now because of his abrasiveness.
No, just hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm asking questions because we have an audience.
No, for sure.
And I want our audience to understand what you're saying.
They do understand.
No, it's cool. I know my audience. So what I'm saying is that...
Bro, you can't say that. Oh, shoot. Hold on. There we go. We're going to listen because they're messing with the live. I think I had it up too long. That's all that happens. They do that. So it's what you're saying, bro. I mean, it's not what you're saying. Literally, it's just how you're coming across. Like, if I want to tell somebody, hey, let me see. Could you possibly help me with this couch? Could you grab that in for me, please? And we just want to go to the end of the driveway. Boom. If I say it like that, I might have a much better chance of having that person help me and receive it. If I say, hey, get your punk ass over here, nigga, grab this couch. Man, you know, he might lay me out with the couch. Or, you know what I'm saying, a fight will happen, you know? So you asking for help on the other end of the couch wasn't the problem. But why you be like, hey, get your punk ass over here and grab that in? You don't talk like that to people. That's all. Let's keep going.
I just want you to like kind of be responsive when I'm asking you so that we can have clarity when we do our clips. That's all.
The clips that make sense. I mean, I do this all the time. So I'm a op,
Okay, sir.
I'm a blood, I'm a crip, I'm a scammer, I'm a jack boy, I'm a nigga, I'm a rap, I'm everything but a god.
Everything but a man.
And then they use music, right? They use crack in the 80s to break down black communities. Now they're using music, right, as a way to break down the communities. Every time you turn on a song, eat my ass, my butthole is brown.
Who do you listen to? I don't hear that. I know it exists. I'm not saying like it don't exist. I'm just saying, who are you listening to, and where do you be? See, this is why it's real important to pay very close attention to, where do you go to? Who do you be around? See, the thing is, even though I know it exists, it's out there, but I guard myself from such things. I guard me, and to the best of my ability, my kid. You see? So I'm just trying to figure out when he says that, like, bro, like, what's going on with your circle? That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Although, yeah, I mean, it exists. And unfortunately, it ain't just the women saying it. It's niggas who brag about that shit too, bro. I'm more concerned about men saying that than women. Any day of the week. Any grown ass man that will pick up his phone and or tablet or whatever, go live and be like, this woman is the best ass eater. Come on, man. Hold on. Let me do this. Boom. All right. So let's get back to it.
All this, right? Everywhere you turn, it's
Crazy.
Black men are the only race of man that gets publicly disrespected by their women.
Consistently.
Like religiously.
Yeah.
You ain't never heard an angry Spanish woman? No, Spanish women mouth is vicious, bro. What are you talking about? White women don't publicly disrespect their men as much, but they damn sure clean house when they take them to divorce court. What you talking about, man? I have videos of my homie PA Texas, which I was so thankful that he was able to give us that information. Why? Because it showed that was clear, evident proof. He was in the DR while telling us, shout out to my homie, get back here safe. And he told us all kinds of stuff that we hear right here. He said the woman was throwing rocks and bottles at his car, was jumping on the windshield, trying to snatch his bags from him, saying he ain't going nowhere. Bro, we hear that here. So we need to cut all these narratives out. That's what I'm saying. When you really get to looking into this stuff and you think about it more clear.
You see? So now when you come around as a black man and you know who you are and you know you're the leader, you know I'm a god. She's a goddess. I'm a god though. I'm the original man. I'm not here to tell you who I am. I'm him.
Treated accordingly.
And if you don't understand, it's not for you. It's not to be understood. And a lot of times black men, masculinity is application, not advocation.
With everything that you believe, do you think that we have to re-educate the black woman?
Hell no. Absolutely not. Listen, Noah's Ark, the ramp is up. And it's gonna rain, and a lot of sisters are gonna drown. Bye. Let me tell you something. I just told you in the beginning. Look, the greatest soldier in the white man's army is the black woman. It's a lot of black women. Listen, it's a lot of brothers that lost their lives, that literally died, wasted time trying to build. Listen, did everything right, got married.
I think they did this on purpose. They did. They brought Cuz up to be the bid, and he is definitely right on cue with exactly what they brought him up there for, to be the bid. Let's keep on going. And then we gotta go. Then we're gonna get to another video.
Babies, listen, everything. And the woman set him up, got him killed, and took the money and ran with a Chinese man. You feel me? So, black men need to have confidence. Listen, you know how beautiful you are? You You know how beautiful you are? You know how beautiful you are? You know how beautiful you are?
See, the thing is, when you said that, again, you said the right thing. You know, you called her, you know, beautiful, cool. You know, gave her a compliment. It's the projection in which you gave it, bro. It's like, all right, watch this, right? You ever like get in your car the next day after you was like maybe cranking the music or something, right? And then when you turn your car on, that it just bang, it just black, and then you like, and isn't it disturbing for that moment right there, and even maybe seconds after, right? When you turn on something like a radio or whatever, and you forgot the volume was real high, and it just bang in your ear real quick. Now, once you adjust the sound and you get it to where you want, it's right. Is it bothering you anymore? Or are you actually enjoying the music? Just like how with certain systems in cars, too much bass can distort the vocals. Thus, you're not hearing the lyrics. You're just hearing the vibration. Let's keep on going. But I know. Some people like that. I'm hip.
I know I look good. I'm not sitting here, shorty, there's a door that way. Beat it.
I love it.
And let me tell you something.
I don't. That's a horrible message. I'm a huge advocate for, you know, talk things through, work it out. So basically, he's saying when something goes out of pocket that I feel is not right, I'm going to tell you to leave, but subsequently, really what I'm doing is running while standing in place. See, you're running from problem solving, bro. You see, that's what men do. We problem solve. At least we try to. We're not always successful, but we will give it a go. Those who are cut from the cloth, I am. And if you're watching tonight, I'm sure you are. Much respect to you. So, that's, you know, that whole, yeah, if you're not on my program, bye. Brett, let me ask you a question. What relationship will you be in where if something happens, you know how to work through it? Because so far, all I'm hearing is you saying, bye. You see? Let's keep on going.
And that's the scary thing, right? Because that's the accountability, right? Because if you listen, how can I have a family with you? How can I, like, think about it. Listen, you want to dress like a whore. You want to wear the pants. You don't know when to shut up. You have no wisdom. You're not.
Words. So like, for example, me, I do not use, what's that word they love? That S word. What's that S word? Submit. No, I just say, work with me, not against me. Cooperate with me, like co-op, like we're both in this together. You see? Subsequently, whatever you define as submit, you're probably going to get that, but it's the way you deliver that message. See, y'all don't know when to shut up. Bruh. Look, I this is why I say it. Some people, they are better off being bachelors, and that's okay. I don't suggest this man disturb any woman's peace with this right here that he's displaying. And I'm saying this to say, to make it clear. The reason why I'm saying this, to make it real clear. Yeah, you may hear this up here, but I'm playing this to break it down. Not because I agree. This right here is a clear, evident demonstration of why I say I get it. When our sisters sometimes don't have no respect for us, so they may come out the gate and assume that we on some other shit. Because you got dudes on large platforms sitting on a big comfy couch spewing a bunch of blasphemy. Let's keep going.
Not a nurturer. I gotta take care of everything. You got a rouster. Yo, what am I? Are you crazy?
Let me check the date. Okay, I was just making sure I wasn't tripping. It is 2025. It's not 1950. And even back then, women worked. Both of my grandmothers had a job. One of my grandmothers worked for the Pentagon all her life, like 50-something years before she retired. something like that. 40, whatever it is. All right. So the fact is this: when we got people making whole memes and stuff about how expensive eggs and gas is, now who are you speaking about? Are you speaking about the upper class, like the upper echelons of life? Are you talking about the everyday citizen? Because bro, I can tell you right now, the everyday citizen, like, isn't there something like, what's this, the blackout thing that just went down? Right? People losing their jobs. And you try and tell me we still can afford to be talking a dumbass message like, bruh, extra income in a house is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I get it. I'm fully aware of what we say as men. It's not the money. It's sometimes maybe the attitude or headspace that can come with that. That's all that is. But let's keep on going.
I'm cool. If I get sick, you ain't got soup for me. If I'm on fire, you won't even pee on me. I'm like,
okay. So if you're sick, okay. So let's go back over that. If you're sick, she won't make soup for you. If you're on fire, why didn't you say water? Why'd you use urine? But whatever, man. Why are you with a woman who would not nourish you when sick and who would not help you when harm is upon you and whatever she can do? Why are you with her? So once you say that, the first thing that comes to my brain, the very first thing that comes to my mind is, nigga, you picked her. That's your girl, dog. You picked that. So don't be sitting up here trying to say all about women ain't. My mother makes awesome soup. Let's keep on going.
I'm equivalent to this cup holster that she's having right here.
Another slave.
I'm cool. She can go.
Right.
Fuck that.
I think you can re-educate.
Let me tell you something. You got women, right? You got some women, like real shit, that hate black men. You hate everything about me. I'm a god. I'm beautiful. So
God has order. God has balance. God does have a thunderous roar and rage. But from what I've seen in life when necessary. And then another thing, this is just me. I don't knock anybody's belief. I know, you got like your 5%ers and stuff like that. I get it, right? But my whole thing is, there's a creator and then there's a creation. Me personally, being so thankful for who has given me endless chances in this life to correct what it is I need to do and possibly get it right before I go, right? There is a creator and there are creations. Not even the angels call themselves God, bruh. I'm gonna just leave it right there. Not even the angels call themselves God. And guess what? Let's just go by the story. What happened to the angels that did try to put themselves on that level or even test or question? So, us being mere mortals, I guard my tongue on that. I will never call myself the creator. I am thankful for the creator, and I'm thankful that the creator made me the creation that I am. And it stops there.
So you mean to tell, I'm not saying you, don't make it personal. I'm saying I'm generalizing, right? And black men need to have that. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all.
The problem is, no, we are semantics.
Because a lot of black women say,
nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of with sis because he has been he has been talking for a minute. I mean, somebody else should be able to get in there and ask a question. 2, bro, you sitting mighty close to her and you yelling, bro, in a mic, you in a microphone screaming, bro. See, they gave you a mic so you don't have to yell. I know I sometimes get a little excited and passionate myself, but I do try to catch myself. I try to catch myself. Let's keep on going. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 9:47 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, and this has been an amazing day. I hope it's been for you too.
Black men all the time.
No,
My name is Smart, not Sir.
Okay, Smart.
Thank you.
The thing is that in making generalizations, you use and you said you're a wordsmith, right?
Speaking how I want to speak.
Understood. But
Okay.
You're
See, that's why I even had to catch myself. If anybody notices, I don't use profanity as much, because wordsmiths don't need to just be cussing all the time too. Wordsmiths also know about pattern, tempo, and change depending on the atmosphere and circumstance in which they're wordsmithing in. You don't cast all matter the same. Copper, metal, steel, you do these in a different way. Although the process will be the same, but it'll be slight little changes that you'll make because it's a different material. Now, that's just a regular basic example. So when we're in life, right, we got to remember time and place, read the room. Like, one thing I've always learned, one thing I've learned that I've always kept with me, whenever I go somewhere, the first thing I do is I look around and I say, don't do what you don't see anybody else doing. Like if there's like a door or something, you don't see nobody going back there. Don't be the first dumbass to go back there. Nobody's going back there for a reason. If you're curious, ask them, hey, how come nobody go back? What's up with that door? Oh, that's just the electrical room, or it's locked, whatever. Or that's the owner's chambers, whatever it may be. You see? So, that's just one basic that I got. Whenever I'm out, I don't never do a bunch of different stuff. One, to make myself a target and have people with eyes all on you, right? Now you the spotlight of the show. And then two, because if they're not, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. You go on a new job, don't go do stuff you don't see your other employees doing. I'm speaking more so to the youth right now. I don't know who could be listening, right? I will hope us at our ages, if we already know this, right? So with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's get back to it.
You're saying you're using generalizations, right? But generalizations don't apply to all. So I think the reason why
only a hit dog is gonna holler.
Okay.
I agree.
My name is Smart, not Sir.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this. All right, so that was really wild. So today I was listening to a show, right? Or should I say a clip, a video of somebody. And it was so interesting, right? So we heard how he's projecting, right? Now, it's not to excuse it, but again, I love to try to figure out, how did a person get to where they are? He didn't just wake up angry. He didn't just wake up loud and very abrasive. What kind of environment did he grow up in? He said all he hear in music is "eat my ass" from women. Obviously, he goes to the wrong spots. And obviously, he plays the wrong radio stations. Now you can just have your own mix in your car, right? Auxiliary, Bluetooth. You don't have to listen to that. Let's keep on going. So let's go ahead and let's see what we got with this. So on this one right here, I almost got sidetracked. So speaking of the clip that I was watching earlier, it was a sister. She was speaking about how she was contemplating on if she'll ever speak to her mother again. Basically, like, falling out with a parent. So now the title of this story says, "I was raised by the wrong mother and no father." So just from the title before he says anything, does that give you a slightly different outlook on him now? Do you maybe, just maybe, now we got a little bit better feel of possibly how he was growing up? You see? See, the thing is, we got to stop looking at people just for where they stand at this moment. You got to know how to have enough discernment within you to be able to gauge and read if there's possible trauma that's lying dormant or right out on his sleeve. Some people wear it on their sleeve, some people hide it. But if you let a person talk long enough, as they just did with him, yeah. So this video, it makes all the sense in the world. Let's go ahead and get to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 9:53 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Thank you so much all for watching.
Child, no support from my mother. Sometimes I wish I would have came from a different C-section. Even in birth, she didn't push me. Every other week, you got a new man in the house. You got the nerve to point.
I can't tell this man how to feel. I'm just curious. How do you know, a lot of us, like Pac, right? I think that's a perfect example. Pac's mother, last time I think we all checked, right? She was a drug addict, all kinds of stuff. Pac went through a bad upbringing. We all know the story, right? No need to elaborate. And he still got a song called Dear Mama. He's had many, I guess you would say, falling outs or what have you. But you know, even Brenda Got a Baby. That's not his mother, but that's a song about a young lady who is in the process, or was in the process, of becoming a mother. We remember the video and how it happened, but let's go.
Point to him like he the man of the house. And they all wanted me to call him dad. They all wanted me to call him dad. I grew up confused. I got beaten, so I was black and blue. And
again, just so you guys know, YouTube be tripping. I can't, I have to drop the video in the back for seconds at a time, but I'm gonna keep it playing. So when I do that, just in case you're wondering why, it's because they'll start to glitch it and then it'll start to run all fuzzy and they'll mess it up. So to hopefully keep it running smooth, as a matter of fact, let me do this as well. Hold on, right here. Yeah, let me do this as well. Let me get you up in there too. Okay, now. So just so y'all understand that, because maybe some people don't know. But let's go ahead and get back to it.
Wonder why I'm in school acting a fool, cutting class, picking fights, couldn't follow the rules. Free lunch won't cut it, I'm still hungry. I need food. Hooked up with Daryl, selling weed now, mama. I'm making moves. Yeah, mama, I'm making moves. You put a pins warming out, left me in the system. Plus you ain't called back. They ain't love what you call that. If you ain't want a son, mama, shit. Should have left me in that ball sack. Two sides to the story. But I ain't having it. Too many demons inside, I got to battle with him. Whoever trying to play devil's advocate. Y'all don't understand how real this is. I was just a kid, 5. Had to look my mama in the eye. Half sleep, half high. And you wonder why I'm outside smoking weed, pistol in my pocket, throwing up gang signs. You a junkie, mama. How you gonna demand respect? I guess you beat me because I look like the man.
Yeah, he mad. And you know, I'm not somebody that just says that, oh, you mad, you big mad. Nah, that is a prime. Now that is a clear indication case of somebody who is big mad. He's big mad. He never forgave his mother. I don't know if his mother's still living or not, you know, but it sounds like there's like a lot of deep-rooted things that is unresolved. You can hear it in how he projects himself when he speaks. You can hear it in his spoken word, a poem that he just did. Yeah, it all just came out. So all I'm gonna say is, I mean, he needs to still, as a man, you still gotta, like, even if your mother isn't the example, there are plenty of women out in the world who can be an example, not your mother, but they can be an example that Nah, not all women are effed up. That's why I say it all the time, because just as much as I come across women who like, man, you ain't shit. Yo, I then turn around and come across like 5 more back to back that's dope as I don't know what. And they do got their shit together. And they do operate in logic as well as passion. Yeah. So the fact is that if you really can get up on a national platform stage or anywhere, heck, in a back alley with your peoples, and say all women are effed up, bruh, I think you really need to think about where you've been going for you to come to that conclusion. Where have you been stepping into in life? Let's keep on going. And the time right now is 9:57 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Thank you all for watching.
Man that left. I spit an image of my daddy, huh? That's why you slap me? Can nothing please you? You ain't never happy. Straight A's on report cards getting ripped. Christmas, birthdays, I ain't getting. Every man I see you with, call you. This is what I deal with. Yeah, this is what I deal. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. It feels like God cursed me and my brothers, because all I do is suffer, and the pain came from my mother. A rose won't grow from this concrete. Roots getting pulled out, petals getting stepped on. You came home high, beat me half to death. You said that I slept wrong. Bloody tampons, empty bottles of liquor, cracked valves on the same bed I slept on. How the could I sleep wrong? You got me laying on the bed I could barely even sleep on. So, you know, that was the life, right?
My bad. So that right there, wow. Oh man. So that right there explained a lot. So I now have a better understanding as to why he's that way. So now my thing is he needs to, yes, definitely heal himself. But now I don't look at him like he's just crazy. He ain't crazy. That man is broken and damaged. He has parts missing. That's all. He just got some parts missing. And those parts are replaceable. Some, right? Not his childhood, not what he experienced. You can't replace that. Now that's a stain forever. But you can learn how to cope and move through life and not be disgruntled. And that's why I say, don't you know how we got that saying, what don't kill you make you stronger? I got a piece that I've realized that I've added to that. That is true. What don't kill you make you stronger, but just like him, it also can make you real callous. Thus your balance is thrown off. Let's keep on going. Let's get to this next video, but oh my bad. But first, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. And you know, I'm chilling, I'm cooling because my day was real nice and just relaxing. I needed that. I be needing moments like that. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to a quick commercial break. I'm going to go ahead and hype it up a little bit for us. Let's go ahead and get to my man. And this was brought to you by none other than Mr. Push It himself. Let's go.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Push it, 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 push it. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, I got it. Push it, 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 push it.
Okay, now that was brought to you by none other than Mr. Push It himself, aka Mr. Go Get the Money. That's right, go get that money. But while you're chasing the bag, I would at least say this. Always take you with you. And chase you just as much as you chase that bag. So that way, when you get the bag, you don't fumble it. Let's go. So let's get to the next video. My bad, y'all. No, I don't know. My computer was moving a little bit slow. So you know, let me see something here. Hold on. All right, so let me type this in. Oh no, it's in my phone. I keep forgetting that dumb stuff. All right, so let me go right here. Just be patient with me, y'all. If you gotta go to the bathroom and roll out, you can come back. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get to this next video. So okay, nah, I'm not clicking it. So let's go ahead and let's listen to what sis talking about on here. All right. So last night, if anybody remembers, if you were here, you know, we were talking about Sister Keita and what she was saying about with Ace and what happened and what took place and everything else. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get back to where we left off. So let's get to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me see something here if I pull this up. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? This is crazy. This entire time, bruh. Wow. All right, so apparently that's not working right now. So we're gonna take that off. All right, so all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and pull the video up. Now I was checking my Instagram. Forgive me for that. I need to focus. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Bow.
He would want to ruin it.
Okay, and that's a very interesting tactic, because when you do reality show TVs, that's kind of the direction that production takes in order to create hostile environments with people that they want to go at each other. They'll just plant those type of seeds. So now let me ask you this question. Did Ace ever try to silence you because you were quiet?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, what was the reason for that? Did he ever offer you any hush money, and why?
So he never tried to silence me directly initially. Initially, it was passive aggressive things. He would do things like post pictures of me on their flyers or run ads with videos that had me in it, basically saying, hey, these people are going to be in your city, the upcoming dates. And these.
All right, so first of all, let me turn this down some. Hold on, turn my speaker down. All right, so is she talking about now he's doing that, or is she talking about when she was with the show? Because let me listen a little more, because I'm thinking to myself, if she's with the show, then wouldn't they include her in the flyer and with their marketing? Especially her being such a big component of it, you know. But let me just listen more.
Things like that.
But you weren't going to be,
and
in
I
those
wasn't going to
cities.
be there.
Okay.
So had that never happened, I would have never.
Okay, so she just said that she wasn't gonna be there.
Made a post about not being there anymore. The only reason why I made a post about not being there anymore is because I had to tell my audience, hey, I know y'all seeing these videos with these ads, but no, I'm no longer a part of that podcast. I'm no longer over there. Wish them well. I don't know what's going on, but y'all enjoy the show if y'all want to watch it. I'm over here with it.
Got it.
Okay, so initially, upon the separation, no money was offered to me at all. Okay. Although he told people allegedly that he gave me $30,000 or $40,000 to make me be quiet and to silence me and just get rid of the problem. How I found out.
Okay. Hush money. Okay. Works for some people, don't work for others. Some people hold their integrity. Some people take the money and kick rocks.
How everything came out, and the truth is because a few weeks, I can't tell Keita's story, but him and Keita had a situation.
Okay.
And upon seeing that situation, I reached out to her and told her, hey, I'm praying for you. Congratulations on speaking up for yourself. And we end up talking. What people have to realize, we've been doing this show for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some highs, there's been some lows. Nobody in this situation is perfect, like I said. When we got to talk, it was very emotional, and it felt like someone that felt betrayed.
Mm-hmm.
When Keita explained to me that Kitty told her that I leaked her address at home, and that's why she blocked me, and that's why everybody blocked me. It was immediately heartbreaking because you guys have known me for 2.5 years.
I wanted her to finish out that last piece, but I was going to say that too. You know, on a little side note, that is something, right? Man, you'll have people smile in your face. And I mean, just, all, in your face, I guess, a little bit, in like a good way. And then as soon as one thing is heard or people come across one incident, you be saying to yourself, because I know me. Yo, I'm going to give you a ring and I'm going to be like, hey, this is what I heard. What happened? I want to hear from you. I know what everybody else said. I want to hear your side. I at least want to hear what you got to say. And I am big on speaking up on a person's character. I am that person in that crowd. Everybody else being calm, be like, so y'all gonna act like y'all don't even know this person now? You don't remember that time when he endlessly did this for you or whatever? Now, that right there, I am definitely my village's keeper on that one. I will speak up on behalf of my sisters if I know your character. I will speak up for my brothers on behalf of them if I know your character. If I know something is not you, and I've observed that. Now, I know people say, well, you don't know what, people, look. It's not just a physical thing you look at. It's also very much so spiritual. And I'm always going to say that because it's very real. And some things are not physically detected and can't be. But let's go.
And have never known me to do no weird or no crazy stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when this person from the outside comes in and says they might know some tea or some information, you run with it. You don't check with me. You don't call me. You don't check back. You do nothing. You literally just block me on everything.
Okay.
And it's all of them. I don't mean just, it wasn't just Keita that blocked me. And honestly, I saw people in comments like, well, why are you even talking to her and things like that?
And that's the saddest, man, I swear on life. That is why, that is the one thing one of many things, or a few things I would say, that why I'm so disconnected from the average person. Because the way people operate, yo, it is out of this world amazing. How a person can know you and turn right around and act like they don't. Now, if you've changed, well, that's different. But what she's speaking about, yeah, I'm with her on that. Oh, shoot. They messing with me. See, there you go. Yeah, I'll coach you, YouTube. I got you. Take that little stuff down, please. So, that's me right there, yo. I'm giving you a call. And I'm going to be like, hey, what's going on? Just talk to me. Yeah, you know I heard. So what happened? And then listen to that person. And then from there, step out of it and just kind of wait things out and see how it plays out. But my whole thing is I do reserve that right for somebody that I know. I say it all the time and people know I say this. Once you want to mind, you want to mind. As far as like once I care for you, that's it. I care for you. Now, if you're doing too much that makes me have to separate myself, that's different. But when I care for you, I care for you. And once you want to mind, I'm going to holler at you. I'm going to see what's going on. I'm not just going to run off on you. That's something I do not do. I don't run off on people. I take time to figure out what's going on with you. you might need somebody to talk to. I don't know. And it's been many times I have hollered at somebody and come to find out, yeah, they really needed somebody to talk to at that time. And I'm glad that I was able to assist. Let's go.
I understand Kita's stance.
Mm-hmm.
As a mom, I understand her stance. And as someone that just has a logical mindset, I understand it. You had my former virtual assistant coming at you with someone that I used to be friends with on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So you have two people that look like reliable sources coming at you, not realizing the virtual assistant has been manic and going through things and going through mental health issues, which is why she's mad at me and why she ends up quitting.
Now, before you continue, because I know a lot of my followers have similar thought processes like me, what exactly is a virtual assistant?
A virtual assistant is somebody that can help you with things virtually, but not like she never had like my Instagram logins and stuff like that. For example, what she did help with was creating clips for my show, Let's Rant About It.
Got it.
So that the website that I showed you, I taught her how to navigate and how, because you can edit in that too. You can edit, like really
young
get into
people
it.
shit. You know, they make up new terms for shit. That ain't no Gen Z shit. What's the new people? What's the new thing they call it? Bad babies or something. There's the new terms. Just be making shit up, okay?
You know something? Speaking on that, right? I'm aging, of course, we all are, right? A child is aging, but you know, the thing about it is that I never thought that I would be somebody who's like kind of hot, man. It'd be stuff I'm like, oh, wait, what does that mean? I be feeling just like my parents back when we were, back when I was coming up, man. It's crazy. It is like it's a lot of stuff, man, that's just going by. So between technology, lingo, just social etiquette, I guess, because it's not the same no more. I would say it's gone down a level, but let's keep going. But that's only in certain categories of it.
All right, so now tell me this, getting back on track, were there ever any moments behind the scenes that made you feel like, you know what, this is about to explode, it's gonna go down?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about one of those type of situations.
November 2023.
Because there are rumors about interactions going on with other co-hosts and things like that. Was that happening?
Yes.
Okay.
It all was happening. Let's go to November 2023. Ace was very upset because I helped smooth the situation in regards to Kita and Kitty out.
Okay.
They ended up...
He wanted them to be in conflict, allegedly.
Correct. That's what he likes. He likes when people are in conflict. And when I was able to help smooth that situation out, he called me.
Ain't that something? The guy who was so big on ladies, if that man ain't doing you right, kick him to the curb and all this other stuff, right? He's so passionate for the women. Like, I thought his whole thing was to talk about relationships, right? That is what the show primarily is geared around, relationships, along with maybe a little side topic here and there. So relationships, you want people to work, right? So why in real life, the people that you actually working with, you want them to be at odds and have conflict? Why do you want conflict? But everything you talk about is for people to get together. It's a little strange to me. Let's keep going.
Because Kita called him like, you better have your stuff in order. Don't play with me. I guess he took that as a threat. He called me screaming. And this is probably the first time my husband is full blown hearing this story, honestly, because I didn't know how to take this to my husband because I like my husband being free.
Okay. Right.
He called me screaming. He told me that I am pathetic and that nobody is my friend and I need to do the shows and then go to my room afterwards.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse my English. I don't speak French. What kind of shit is that to say? What? What kind of? Let me just so they don't mess with my life. Like, that's what you said. Now, first of all, nobody's your friend. Bruh, that's, first of all, that's like stuff we normally would hear from a woman saying to us. That's why nobody likes you. Certain cuts of cloth of men, certain material fabrics. They don't make you itchy. That sounds like a wool blanket. That sounds like a prison wool blanket.
He said that basically nobody on the show liked me, and that you just always doing too much. Like he literally called me going off.
You know, brothers. I mean, now I don't suggest us start holding hands on the show. That would be beyond sus. But if there's one thing I can say about, I guess you call it the sisterhood. As much as they may catfight and stuff, they do know how to, like how she hold her hand, like, I got you, sis. Now, brothers, we do. We got some solid, thorough men who will come up and say, I love you, my brother. And it's nothing, ain't no pause behind it, no nothing. We on man time. And they will give you a genuine hug, and they will shake your hand, and they will give you encouraging words. Let me just put it like this. I would love to see this more often than the message. I promise you, you can't get rid of dirt. You can't get rid of dust. You can't get rid of it. It's always going to be there. So that's why I like to have my vision on something a lot more clearer sometimes. That's all. I just like to chill sometimes because, I mean, I can get off this live, go look at something else, and get right back into the messy stuff. But sometimes, just for the moment here, I like to have that moment of clarity and peace because that's what my life consists of. So I like to reflect that even in my show at times. So let's go.
And I said, let that be your last time talking to me like that.
Hold on now.
It's just a very awkward situation to be in. You're making decent money. You're doing good for yourself. Your career is finally going in a decent direction. And then something like this happened. Like, what do you do?
Right.
Like,
Right.
how do you, like, what's the next move? So I'm not.
Honestly, that would be, well, for me, that would be easy. If I were her, or like the brother Crip did. I seen the show he got. Sis, you got more than enough of a following now. You have more than enough of a notoriety. Take everything that you built from there, take your portion of that, and go off and do your thing. You can have a show where you're the main host. I'm pretty sure she can get 3 or 4 other solid, thorough people to come do a show just like that, and she can keep and change the name, and she can keep it rolling. That's exactly what you should do. At least I'm thinking. It ain't over at all by a long shot. If anything, she might be in a better position now. Let's keep on going. Considering what we're hearing from Brother Trip, her, and Sister Keita, and everybody saying that Ace is the problem. That's crazy. That's crazy. But again, I man, listen, I'm telling you, I'm an energy reader, yo. I'm not perfect, but I'm damn sure around the high 90 percentile on that, man. I know how to read energy, frequencies, and spirits, yo. I always, nah, something ain't right with him. So a lot of things are coming to light today. And this was like 2 years ago I said this. No bullshit. About 2 years ago, long before this. When he was just sitting down on his podcast and stuff, screaming at the microphone, talking about love. I don't understand that. How you be talking about love so much, but you always yelling? Crazy.
I like to think I'm not a weak person, but when I hear Keita talking about financial abuse, this is what it is. You feel like you can talk to me any kind of way because you pay me. And you make jokes about that regularly on stage. You feel like, oh, I can say that, I pay you. No, you can't.
Ego. E-G-O. When one has an ego, you edge God out of your life. When you edge God out of your life, now you're on your own. And guess what? those forces, at some point, they're going to knock you down because you have abandoned your protection through your arrogance and ego.
It's hurtful. It breaks people. It makes you insecure. It makes you feel like your self-worth isn't there. But I still figured out a way to stand up for myself in that moment and let him know, like, hey, let that be that last time you talk to me like that.
Good.
And I called his manager immediately. When I called her and told her what was said, she abruptly cut me off and said, wanting friends, pathetic. That's him. Never mind. Let me bite my tongue. Never mind. Let me bite my tongue. And then about an hour and a half or 2 hours later, he called me apologizing. And that was that. We had a show in a couple weeks. And what do you do in that moment? Like, do you stand your ground and say, oh, F you, I'm about to quit? Or do you?
Well, with situations like that, I get it when you want to make a point. Me personally, I would say, if I was in that situation, I would do the show and it would have nothing to do with him. It will have everything to do with the audience that I've accumulated along with everybody else as a collective. I will go there because I know it's people that want to see her, right? So if you know there are people who want to see you, I guarantee you there are people who will be like, yo, bump him. Come and talk to us, you know? She can have some parameters set up where, like, you know, and maybe talk behind stage or something. Like, look, keep our interactions to a minimum. You know, but let's not be awkward on stage. Let's still go out. You know, the show must go on. So that's just me. But considering everything he was doing all the way down to making her feel uncomfortable, sexual wise, nah, she should exit. So considering the circumstances, I totally get it. She ain't wrong at all. Let's keep on going. As a matter of fact, she 9 times out of 10 did herself as well as her husband a favor. She ain't stay there. Something else happened, and now he's in a position where he may have to do something to him. You see what I'm saying? Because he has to defend the honor of his wife, as men do. Let's get back to the show.
Figure out how to put on your big girl panties and move on.
Absolutely. I understand that completely.
Like, because you don't want to be labeled as the problem. And that was another reason why I didn't want to speak out and just go. Because I know my personality. I know how fiery I come across. I know how confident I come across. But everybody had a limits. Everybody has that thing that is just gonna stop you in your tracks.
Yeah, for me, that's my spiritual and lifestyle connection with God. That is so true. People heard me. I can get fired up. Yeah. I'll cuss you out. And I don't want to, but yeah, I'll shoot you if I need to. I'm not fighting you. Put a bullet in you. So, I mean, I will take it there, but that's not the mode I want to be in. It's just, you know, we all know that in these spaces that we in, around our own, bro, you can't show no weaknesses out here. Period. It's wild. It's wild how, like, people will push you to a point where you actually like, man, am I about to step out my body? Me, I've stepped out my body a couple times. I've had a few moments where I was like, man, why even give that person the time? Man, but you know something? You learn from these things. I accumulated some wisdom. And so with that, it's not a loss, it's a win for me. Anytime I learn something, it's not a loss. I didn't lose a damn thing. I gained experience and I gained wisdom. Thus, I'm winning, still winning. Let's go.
And, you know, me being from Detroit, I'm the type of person that's, I'm going to stand strong. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big dog a situation. But how do you big dog a situation when your boss is calling you, screaming at you? How do you big dog a situation when you like, dang, me being in this position is able to help my parents a lot more, or it's able to make it so me and my husband can go on vacation once a month dang there. Like, it's not, my husband never relied on.
Okay, so I'll break this down briefly. How do you go inside yourself then you say to yourself, what is my max worth? What am I worth right now? And if you know that you are of true value, you know just as much as that platform or office, establishment, whatever, wanted you, there's so many others who cannot wait for you to be a part of what they have going on. I've experienced that multiple times in my life. You'll have people around like, man, about time, we was waiting for you to go ahead and step off. Come on in. Why? Because when you display and you exude your values, when you demonstrate how much you know who you are, I promise you, if a person dropped a gold bar, right? If I had a gold bar and I dropped it, you telling me somebody not gonna pick that up? Of course they are. Why? Because it's still a gold bar and we know the value of it, and that's quite a bit of money. Point blank, period. So if you make yourself the gold bar, it don't matter if whoever had you dropped you along the way. I promise you, you will be discovered. Let's keep on going.
I don't have money to pay our bills, thank God.
Mhm.
Because if so, I
Absolutely.
would have been screwed.
Right.
But it's still my money.
It's kind of like what a lot of people talk about now, where they're in these positions with their employers, and their employers take advantage of them because they know that they're relying on that income. So sometimes, thank God you have the support of your husband, because sometimes women are even put into these situations where they're like, I have to do this because I don't want to get fired, or I don't want to not be able to, move up the ladder. So it is a very uncomfortable, I can imagine, an uncomfortable situation.
And that's how I felt regularly. I felt like, let me just bite my tongue because I'm going to end up in a bad predicament over here. Like it's even been times on stage where, I'll be ready to say something.
Now, I don't know if anybody else thinks like me. You know what I've done in circumstances like that? So, for example, let's just take it. Okay, she's talking about, her place of employment, the show she does. When I've been on jobs where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you gonna cause me to catch a charge if I keep being around you. Because at some point, I'm going to snap. So before that happens, what do? I use discernment. What she should have been doing, however long it's been going on, she should have been already quietly prepping. And then one day, she'd just be like, all right, y'all, I'm gone. That's all. Don't say nothing to him. I'll be like, all right, you know what? I'm going to, don't say none of that. Quietly establish something else and roll out on their ass. That's what you do.
Something, and he'll just completely cut me off. So much so to the point when we were in Chicago last year, people walked up to me after the show like, does he have an issue with you? Like, does he not like you?
So they were able to see it. Now, you were in a lots of conflict on air with another guest that we have here today. And I don't know, we'll see what the dynamic is between the two of you. But before we go any further, I want to welcome and introduce Rico. Thank you for joining us, Rico. All right.
Good, my boy.
Okay.
Hashtag maturity. Let's go ahead and watch the show. I didn't know they were beefing. I don't keep up with this too much. So I'm about to hear this for the first time. I like her kicks too. Them jumps dry like fresh.
Okay. Hello. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
So Rico, yes, absolutely. Thank you for being here. You were one of the original co-hosts on tonight's conversation. Tell us how you.
Salute to the brother. Much respect to him. I can't stand that damn haircut, man. What is going on with this? Anyway, man, I hate that. It's so annoying, bro. It's like, make your mind up, bro. Are you cutting it or growing it, bro? It's like you ain't made your mind up all the way. So every day you got to look at yourself in both parts. Let me shut up, man. Stay focused. Matter of fact, let me just do this real quick. Don't mind me, y'all. This is for me. Okay. All right. I'm okay. Thank you. So the time right now is 10:32 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Thank you all for watching.
Who first got involved in the show?
You mean, help create it?
Oh.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, so we will definitely catch up with that one the next. I was talking on mute. My bad for that delay, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna catch up with that one on the next one. I gotta have some kind of suspense for you. Ain't that what the TV shows used to do? You know? So let's talk about something briefly before I get up out of here. Got some calls to make and there's a few things to finish up on my computer here before I go ahead and chill out for the evening. I want to talk about gaining, and I also want to talk about perception. I've noticed one of the biggest issues that we have in this space is perception. Our perception of our fellow brothers and sisters is off a lot of times. So I'm not going to be long-winded with this, right? Take time to get to know a person. If you don't want to take time to get to know a person, don't speak ill of that person. Don't chastise that person when you all are in contact, right? This is, for the record, this is not for me. I like to put certain messages into the ether for whomever it does apply to. For the record, I don't have no type of beefs or nothing going on. So this ain't, I'm not hinting at anybody, for the record. But perception. And the reason why I'm speaking about this is because I notice majority of the platforms are set up for two things: solution and resolution. But I also notice how majority of the time, those same very platforms, and multiple, endless of them. So I'm seeing that and it's like, okay, it turns into a DMP fight all the time. And the one thing that I just want to ask you guys before I leave, right? When do we get to the point where us as men, we like how brother was talking, you could just go, bruh, if it's that easy for you to tell the woman that you with, you can just go, then she is of no value. I want you to think of anything that you possess, anything tangible that you possess. If it got broken, stolen, or lost, wouldn't you, of course you probably, I don't know, buy another one, but let's say it's something like a non-replaceable, like something elder passed down or something, like, your granddad's hat or something, Right, so let's just say it's something you can't buy again. That's why I want to make it so. Like, honestly, anything valuable that you have in your life, you don't want nothing to happen to it. You might wipe it down, clean it, make sure it's good, tune it, everything, because you care about it, right? So, again, when I say third eye open, it's open. I listen when people talk. So when he say you can just go, then that means that you endlessly pick women 9 times out of 10, unfortunately, that was probably like your mother. That he described himself. You see? So if I have anything of value in my life, like, you know, the woman who is of value in my life, I'm not just saying you can, nah. Now there's a limit to these things, and trust me, every man at some point is like, okay. But me, I am the type that I want to make sure I did thoroughly say I gave it my all, and I didn't just up and run and walk away. You see what I'm saying? But speaking on what I'm speaking on right now, those dynamics are so, they're so oddly put together, because we'll have people who I believe a lot of times are ambushed. You go up to the platform and you thinking that people just having a conversation. Boom. You speak your mind, and then all of a sudden everybody wants to hop inside your brain and tell you how wrong you are for having the thought that you have. Now, if it's something that's fact-based and you say a fact wrong, you should be corrected on that. We should not be saying wrong facts, right? But if it's something where like, how do you feel about this topic? Like, yo, that's why I'm real big on that, yo. Now, of course, like, you know, if you my peoples and stuff, like, I'm gonna mess with you sometime, like, you know what I'm saying, joke and stuff. And that's how you know if I got like a little reputation with that person. But other than that, nah, man. I built this platform for people to come up to speak, because I noticed that perception is so off around here. And things are really, really, you know, from the chat to the panels to everything, the host itself, sometimes it's a lot of it's a lot of judging your own. And I'm like, yo, if you one of mine, and if I'm you and you are me, and I mean that in the sense of what we do out in society reflects what I go out and do, can damage and close the door behind a lot of brothers and sisters that will come behind me, depending on where it is and what it is I done. Whole laws are changed because of one incident that somebody did. Y'all know that, right? Of course we do. So, you know, I just, every so often I like to take a quick moment, because, you know, again, I know it's mentioned. I know we think about these things. I know I'm not saying nothing that don't nobody know. I'm not teaching you anything. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm giving that perspective that's almost never spoken about. I don't want to do everybody else's narrative. Y'all can keep all that. I do my own thing over here. That's why I throw the V up. That's mine. That's mine. I develop. I curate. I constantly upgrade myself. I do that for me, because self-care is very important. And self-care isn't just, again, the physical body. Self-care is also making sure you take care of your mind and your spirit too. And a lot of us, you know, we may have a certain look on the outside. We may have a, you know, whatever people look at, like you got something going on because you a celebrity or what have you. Or you may have a, I don't know, you know, a certain amount of clout and notoriety. I'm telling you now, it's a lot of broken, desperately seeking for healing folks out here. Why you think so many people, I want you to think about this, right? Why you think the actual topic out of everything, let's be for real, out of politics and everything else, why do you think the relationship space is so huge? Whether you're blue, red, whatever in between, or just, you know, you. Why you think it's so big? Because there's so many people who can't get that right. There's so many people who want answers. There's so many people who are still trying to figure this whole thing out. See, dating is just like technology. You know how technology continuously changes like every, 2-3 years with the same computer you bought 2 years ago got a whole nother setup now. And that's how relationships are. Relationships and how the whole dynamic, what we don't do that no more, or that's old, or this is still intact, whatever it may be, it moves just like technology. And that's just my own personal analogy with it. It's always changing. So like, how do you really say, okay, I've learned this, I've learned that, 5-7 years from now, you being called all kinds of wild names because you're either speaking the way you've always spoken or you operate the way you've always operated. Now me, if y'all know me well enough, I stick to my guns. I don't give two shits about what you think. I don't care, because nothing that I have going on in this house has any concern to do with you. Not a bill is paid by you. Not a crumb of food is put in the house by you. So with that part being said, I could care less what people think, bruh. If there's nothing in my life that I see where I need you to be there, you can kick rocks. And I'm saying that to say, not to be all kind of cocky or that. No. I'm saying that to say, that's how self-assured I am in myself, that I'm fine. I swear on life. Again, what is my name in music for anybody who knows or remember? It's Lone Star. No, it ain't got nothing to do with no cowboy stuff. It's literally the two words lone, as in I'm a loner. I've always been a loner. It's nothing new. Star that shines. I stay to myself, but I shine. And that will always be me. See if that can be you. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. You all have a wonderful evening. Matter of fact, now I'm going to switch this. We're going to do a different outro. I like to have nice little cool outros for y'all sometimes, just something to kind of keep you entertained a little bit, at least while the show go off. See, what I was going to do at first, I was going to get a black screen. Then I was going to do like how the credits roll in movies. And I was going to be like edited by Smitty, directed by Smitty. You know what I'm saying? Co-star Smitty, main star Smitty. I think I still may do that, just on some like, now that I know how to like edit and do these little video cuts now, which I'm learning. I'm still learning. So you know what? I'm gonna play this again, since this has a lot to do with everything I just spoke about. Everything that's said in this right here. The animation of it is of a physical, but everything is like it's metaphorical. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. It's metaphorical. It's a lot of messages in here. But again, I don't shoot, not wrong one. I don't do this for everybody, for the record. This is for that small handful who actually gets it. Those of us who spaced out in the four corners of the earth. There we go. All right, let's do it. So yeah, this might not be for you, or it might, depending on who you are.
Where you want to go?
I am going home.